Sinister tales of UFO sightings across the world. Close encounters with extraterrestrial beings. And hostile attacks by terrifying aliens. Stay tuned for the most bone-chilling incidents and compelling reports of UFO sightings and alien encounters. Utsuro-bune, Japan. In the early 1800s, a group of Japanese fishermen found a strange-looking ship with small windows drifting in the waters. It was covered with inscriptions in an unknown language. A beautiful young woman with pale pink complexion and red and white hair appeared from the vessel. She was dressed in unusual clothes and was holding a square box that no one was allowed to touch. She spoke in a language they had never heard before. The elders of the village theorized that she could be a banished princess from a foreign land, and the box she held could perhaps contain the head of her deceased lover. Others felt that she was not human. Terrified, the fishermen pushed her vessel back to sea and let it drift away into oblivion. Foo Fighters, World War II. Not to be confused with the rock band, the term Foo Fighters actually emerged out of pop culture and media during World War II. It was used by Allied aircraft pilots to describe mysterious aerial phenomena seen in the skies over Europe, Asia, and the Pacific Ocean. Fighter pilots from the British Royal Air Force and American Night Fighter Squadron reported seeing fast-moving glowing objects following their aircraft. They were fiery red, white, and orange lights that could not be outmaneuvered or shot down. Many believed that these were secret Nazi warships built with a superior technology, until further investigation revealed that German and Japanese pilots had reported similar sightings. The Roswell Incident, USA. On July 8, 1947, Roswell Army Airfield issued a press release stating that they had recovered a flying saucer that crash-landed in a ranch near Corona. The government swiftly intervened to cover it up and forced them to retract their statement, saying instead that the crashed object was a conventional weather balloon. Decades later, statements from military personnel revealed that the rubber and metal debris recovered was indeed extraterrestrial in nature, and that it was most definitely from a flying saucer. Eyewitnesses claimed that more than one alien spacecraft had crash-landed, and they had seen alien bodies being recovered from the wreckage. These relics are supposedly preserved in Area 51. The Flatwoods Monster USA. A group of young boys were playing in their schoolyard when they noticed a pulsing red light streak across the sky and crash into a hill. Led by a National Guard member, they hightailed it to the crash site. They saw a pair of ghastly eyes stare back at them through the trees. A huge monster with menacing claws and a blood-red face started moving towards them. It made a loud hissing sound, and a nauseatingly pungent smell permeated the air. The guard stumbled and dropped his flashlight. Terrified, they ran back down screaming, in sheer and credible terror. Their narration of the incidents was met with skepticism and disbelief, but when the kids were questioned separately, each one sketched out the monster that they encountered with uncanny similarities. Kelly Hopkinsville Encounter, USA. On August 21, 1955, residents of a farmhouse claimed that they were attacked by aliens. The adults held them off with gunfire through the night. They shot repeatedly at these mysterious creatures, who surrounded the house and peered through the windows. They were short and dark, and had large, pointed ears and eyes that glowed yellow. They claimed that the bullets ricocheted off their bodies, making a sound that resembled bullets striking a metal bucket. The gunfire raged on for around 4 hours. United States Army personnel from Fort Campbell drove to their farmhouse to investigate. Their search yielded nothing apart from evidence of gunfire and holes in windows and door screens made by firearms. Rendlesham Forest Incident, UK. In December 1980, United States Air Force personnel based in Suffolk noticed bright lights radiating from the forest. They went in to investigate and discovered an ominous-looking spacecraft with a triangular hatch. As they tried to approach it, it hummed to life and flew away. They came back with reinforcements and found impressions on the grass in a triangular pattern, as well as burn marks and broken branches on nearby trees. The entire area recorded unusual levels of radiation. Suddenly, a UFO appeared overhead, shot down a blindingly powerful light beam, and then vanished into the night sky. The deputy base commander had narrated the entire experience using a portable microphone and a cassette tape recorder. The recordings and a memorandum written by him titled Unexplained Lights were eventually declassified in 1983.
It's coming this way. It is definitely coming this way. This is weird.
The Varginha Incident, Brazil. 3 young women reported that they had experienced a close encounter with an alien while walking through the fields one afternoon. They claimed that it had a large head, red eyes, and its skin was covered with dark patches and grotesque bumps. It seemed to be injured or sick and could barely walk, and communicated with them telepathically, asking for their help. The town of Vargina was cordoned off by military and emergency response teams. Eyewitnesses reported that a UFO had crash-landed in the fields and that 2 creatures were captured in body bags and taken to the local hospital. A military policeman died under mysterious circumstances after allegedly handling one of the creatures. Statements given by the driver who drove the alien bodies to the hospital, the doctor and nursing staff who performed the autopsies, the 3 girls, and several eyewitnesses indicate that this incident did happen, but was swiftly covered up by the government. Sometimes life is stranger than fiction. It doesn't matter if you are a believer or a skeptic. When they arrive, you better run.